1st, 2021. I'd like to bring the JFK Middle School Building Committee, virtual and present meeting to order. Alan, may we have a roll call, please?
Randy Daigle,
Here.
Greg Stritch,
Here.
Scott Copen,
Here.
Amy Dennis,
Here.
Caitlin Dunn,
Here.
Todd Kinnan,
Here.
Kevin Margolfo, Michael Monafort, Jeff Oken,
Here.
Christine Dabani,
Here.
Andrew LaPlante. Andrew Barrios, Gina Sakala,
Here.
Joe Muller, Walter Frizzell,
Here.
Stacy Thurston,
Here.
Chris Cycli,
There's some on there, but apparently.
He's muted.
yeah, I saw him too. Samantha DiAgostino,
Here.
Bruce Kellogg,
Here.
Jill Lexi,
Here.
Emily Zarnicki, Amar Shamas, Marcus Brennan,
Here.
Nate Gingerella. Thank you.
Excellent. Did everybody get a chance to review the regular meeting minutes dated June 3rd, 2021?
Mr. Chairman, make a motion that we accept the meeting minutes of June 3rd, 2021 as issued.
Comments or
Second
questions? Sorry. Any comments or questions? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you very much. We do not have any committee guests this evening, so we are going to move right into the architect's report. Neil, thank you for joining us.
So I think last time we mentioned that we've been working on getting some furniture scheduled for installation. So we do have some furniture starting to roll in this month of July with some items that are coming in are mostly related to the music, art, and sort of auditorium spaces for right now with the cafeteria, cardio room.
Kevin Margolfo.
Wing
Is
coming
now joining.
And then also the IT equipment will start rolling in later this summer as well.
Anything else?
That's just, this is the big effort during the summer is obviously to get from one phase to the other. There's a lot of furniture to be moved around in and out. The resealing of the F-wing floor will occur and
Yeah, that's
all
gonna
that good
be
stuff.
July 26th.
Okay, good.
And
so there's a lot to be coordinated and done, but it's certainly, I think between Gilbane, JCJ and CSG, it's on target. So.
Excellent. Anybody have any questions? All right, we'll move right into CMR. Good thing.
All right,
Welcome back, sir.
thank you. I know, we got upstage with photos I went out earlier today, but I'm still gonna do photos, as long as it shows up on the screen.
It's a great photo.
I know, that's really good.
Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah.
This was that night?
We had this
Even working.
done last time.
Yeah, we're good.
They could see it. Can you guys see what's on the screen? Or is it black? So they can see it, but we can't.
Yeah,
So they
whatever's
turned it
on there, They
around.
can see what we can.
We
So
can't.
this is the windowless platform.
This happened.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if Nate warned me about
Yeah.
that, I would have tried to prep.
You should probably talk to him tomorrow.
Yeah, he's Nate, Nate
Take
can
a
sweep
little
the floors.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
showed it up, he turned the computer
Yeah, I
on.
guess I'll do the same. So everybody on the call can see the screen, correct? Okay, so the first slide, I put site and building logistics again, just because it's changed dramatically over, as school got out. I think everybody who's here at the moment probably saw all the fencing differences on the site. And the picture on the right, you can see all the yellow is currently under construction. So significant footprint of your building right now is under construction. Obviously, a lot of it we've had for a long time and is in this finishes stages. But there's pieces that we just started that are in demo. So we have pretty much every facet of construction going on right now in this building.
As planned.
As planned, yeah. As planned. All right, so 2 shots of the site. What we call the north parking lot is under construction at the moment. This summer, which was just enclosed with the fencing, we're in the process of ripping up the pavement. You're joining the meeting too? Leave them in the lobby.
Actually, well, I was gonna log in and watch it down this end, but obviously not.
Good try. Lower picture is actually standing on top of the entrance to the auditorium, looking out at the ball fields. You can see the ball field work that's progressed at this point, and the sidewalks and pavement right beyond that. Next photo is of the auditorium entrance itself. You can see the cement board siding, which is the red burnt orange color here, substantially done. We have a gray product, same product, different color, gray stone texture product to put underneath that canopy. And then there's a whole soffit that goes underneath that canopy as well, that we're working through getting that product released, as we just changed what the product was. Because originally it was supposed to be similar to what's in the auditorium. With the challenge we've had with the auditorium material, we're changing the canopy to a different manufacturer. So when the kids come to school in the fall, that canopy will probably just be a sheath substrate. They won't have the finished product done, but it'll be safe and ready. Inside the auditorium, so this is standing on the top tier of the seating, looking at the stage. You can see in the left and right of the picture, the wood walls in place. The red you see in those walls is an acoustical paneling. That's a finished product inside the wood. And then you can see at the ceiling, the wood product, that we're about 50% done with the wood clouds in there at the moment. And we should be wrapping those clouds up in the next coming weeks. We had chairs scheduled to be installed in July, which just bumped into the first week of August. The chairs are here waiting to be installed. They're sitting in an orchestra room at the moment, waiting to go in. As we work our way through getting this wood to look as nice and as proper as the design team wanted. Stepping out of that auditorium, so this is the main lobby. So the left picture is essentially you just walked in the door of the entrance. You can see the tile on the floor and the open grid ceiling at the moment. The ceiling in this lobby gets the same wood that's in the auditorium. That is scheduled to be delivered this week, actually. The right picture is in that lobby as well. Ceramic wall tile and display cases in place, and we're starting to wrap up that area as soon as that wood ceiling shows up. This is the black wing. The left picture is obviously the corridor. Right picture is the art room. This is the old black wing, I should say. We call it B Reno. JCJ actually today just started the punch list in this area, so in very good shape. We're getting that final list together and we're getting that done over the next coming weeks. Similar with the locker rooms, the Gilbane, we've completed our RCL on there. Jill will be working her way in there in the next couple of weeks to put together the architect's punch list, and that area will be wrapped up as well. Area C, cafeteria. So this is standing in the cafeteria looking at the kitchen or the servery. Ceiling's done, walls done, floors are done. The kitchen equipment just showed up this last week. Needs to get shaken out and put together, and then all the MEP connections done. So the flooring in the kitchen is obviously done. The walk-ins are in place. So over the month of July, we'll be wrapping up the kitchen. So Jill, JCJ can punch it by the end of July. This is standing right outside the cafeteria. There's a exterior patio that goes outside there, the additional seating area. So the black posts you can see are the fencing that'll go in place. There's pavers that are scheduled to show up next week, actually. That whole area has a paver setup. Area C yellow gym. So the gym, which started in April, we have all the MEPs done overhead. The painter is in there prepping at the moment. Next week, we'll be starting to paint in the gym. All the dry fall ceiling will get painted, the walls will get painted. Wood flooring is scheduled to show up third week of the month. So by early August, the wood flooring should be going in the gym, and we'll be just waiting on gym equipment and bleachers and so forth at that point to wrap up the gym as close to the start of school as we can. Area G, which is White Wing, this is a picture of the roof. The rooftop units are landed, all the ductwork is in and terminated. We have a couple of connections to do to the VRF system, which is the refrigerant system on top of that roof still. Inside that building, we're going this Friday for above ceiling inspection on the second floor. So you can see the floor, second floor, floors are done, millwork's in, even the glass is in that goes from the rooms to the hallway. So above ceiling inspection will take place this next week, and by end of July, second floor should be ready for punch list. First floor is probably about 2 or 3 weeks behind that. Millwork just got delivered this week for first floor. Ceilings are just started on the first floor. So we're tracking very well. Area G was always going to be, ready for the finish in August, but we're in very good shape at the moment. This is the hub. So what we call Area A, which we just started when school got out. So all the walls around the auditorium proper are down, gone, abated, in the dumpster. We've actually started trenching in there, cutting up slab. They just started popping out slab today. There's significant underground electrical and plumbing that go through that area. The electrical is obviously to connect the dots on the building to power up the other wings. There's plumbing that lives locally in that space, as well as connecting to the wings that we tie into. So the month of July will be mostly underground work in that hub, and then the month of August, we'll be getting it ready to be, it's gonna be in a temporary form when the kids come back in the fall. We'll be getting ready for that temporary form in the month of August. At least for the parts that travel between the other wings. This picture is the old auditorium itself. So obviously seating gone, all the MAP is gone, all the ceiling gone. The slab is gone as well in the seating area. Wood flooring on the stage is gone. Next week, we have the site work crew mobilizing to backfill the old auditorium, so that gets brought up to grade, and I'll get a slab poured. Again, that in the month of July, that should all take place, and by August, we'll have a flat floor and be working on MEPs in that auditorium. Area H, red, we just started when school got out as well. The demo crew got in there very quickly. They've essentially gutted the whole wing, both floors. Second floor at the moment is under containment for the ACM flooring that's up there. And then they'll move to PCB windows over the coming weeks and working through getting slabs cut up on the first floor for the plumbing rough-in for the bathrooms and for the storm drains as well. So again, progressing well. And this wing is not turned over until the end of 2021. And I put one picture in there for Caitlin of the boiler room. I know she came and visited and looked at them. Those are her fancy boilers in progress, and the boiler room itself in progress. And that's it. Any questions? Apologize for not being up there.
So to the boiler room, so we won't need the temporary one?
That should gone forever. No.
Temps are gone forever.
And then portables are still, I didn't go over there, they're still up or?
Yeah, the portables are still up. Again, Eversource never shut the power off yet. As soon as they are, I would.
Pretty.
I was told I'd be given 24-hour notice before they demo them, so once the power's off and they're scheduled, I'll notify everybody.
Okay.
If you want to do a little viewing area for pictures or whatever, Tim Jensen's scheduled to come out and do some pictures, and so We will, as soon as we know, you'll know.
I'm hopeful they're coming tomorrow with the holiday. That's what they've told us, but with the holiday, I don't trust.
I know you guys are busy, but any walkthroughs planned in August or
Not right now.
not right now? Okay, no problem. Let me know.
Are there any other questions for Gilbane? All right, we're going to CSG, the owner's rep.
Okay, so our biggest news for this month is we received our next reimbursement from the state. So the town got around 6.2 million from the state to get reimbursed for the project, so that was awesome. And the next big thing that we did was when school got out, we had to move all of the classrooms and Red Wing and the Center Hub out of those areas so Gilbane could take them over for construction. So over the last 3 days of school, we moved all that stuff out of there. Some of it went to other areas in the school to be prepped to be moved into the White Wing. And at the end of the summer, we'll move everything back where it needs to go, and get ready for the kids to come back in the fall. That's pretty much all update I have, more or less.
There's been a lot of logistics regarding the movement, and so, and I can contest that literally as the last teacher was leaving the building, the demo crew and the moving crew closed the door behind them, and they started literally minutes after that door was closed, so they've been doing a tremendous amount of work. Anybody have any questions for CSG? All right. We'll move on to the budget subcommittee. Anything we're gonna be presenting has been approved by the budget subcommittee. Anything that is not approved will not be presented, and we're looking for either more feedback or justification, so. Sir, you wanna take it away?
Sure thing. Let's start with ATP 82, RFI number 184, revised semiconductor supply routing in Area C, $48,465.
We have a little description.
Second.
Oh, sorry.
So this is for the gymnasium. The original ductwork was scheduled to come off the unit on the roof and poke through the sidewall of the gymnasium. It didn't fit due to existing condition limitations. So it had to run up on the roof and up onto the roof of the gym and then back down through the gym roof, adding a significant amount of rooftop ductwork and ductwork within the gymnasium and the appropriate supporting steel and roofing work that go with it.
Any other discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 83, bulletin number 16, exterior bench footings, $20,617.
Second.
So this is for additional structural work associated with, or structural rebar work and concrete associated with the benches that go around various locations throughout the exterior of the building. A handful of them support signage that we'll talk about shortly as well. So originally they were simply concrete benches, and now they're structural components to them additionally.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you. Unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 84, RFI number 383, added door magnets per school and fire marshal request, $87,443.
Second.
Kevin,
Kevin's here.
So this one here, we want to have a little discussion on. This is a request by the fire marshal. The way that the current doors that go into the stairway meet, they're all designed for code. What he would like to have done is that he would like to have them stay open by magnetic closures. So if the fire alarm does go on, it releases the doors and they close. What he's been experiencing by having the doors not have these openings, that the school will open them and put a wood wedge underneath them to allow the kids to go to and from without them always having to open and close the doors. then if there is a fire, the doors will continue to stay open, and that's supposed to be a fire lock. So per code, it's not required, this is a request by the fire marshal, if we can do this. We talked about it amongst the committee, it's something that we feel is worthy of it. It is a life safety, it's an added safety net for our kids, so, we wanted to bring it to a discussion with you guys, to make sure that as a committee, we all agree on this, or if there's any discussion, we don't want to spend it, so. I'm opening the floor, so a couple comments would be good.
I think that as someone who works in the school, those doors are really important. They're you know what I mean? Hold the doors open, they automatically shut. It's so echoey, sorry. I think that I can definitely be pro that decision.
Anybody else? Anybody?
I agree.
Okay, all right. So again, we just wanted to have a discussion with the committee to make sure everybody's okay with spending of $87,000. Luckily, we have it, but not gonna spend it just because we have it, so. There any other discussions or questions or comments regarding this one, this ATP? All right, if not, we show hands on the favor. Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 102, RFI number 421, existing aluminum frame replacement, $2,739.
Second.
This is to remove and replace an existing aluminum frame in area E with the admin wing, we replaced it with a door that's similar to the rest of the setup of that hallway, which is a hollow metal and wood door setup. So pretty straightforward.
Any comments? Show hands on favor. Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 103, RFI 425, exterior lentil painting and new storefront window frame, $20,817.
Kevin, second.
So the lintels are the head of every window. So it's a piece of steel that supports the masonry. This is the original lintels that were there, were unpainted. So this is to paint them with a proper paint to make it a better long-term product. And again, it's at every window throughout the building.
Any comments, questions? Show hands all in favor. Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 105, RFI number 407, additional DOAS at E1 steel support, $2,733.
Second.
The rooftop unit in area E, again, existing admin wing, turned 90 degrees at the end of coordination based upon the final unit that was picked. So there was some additional steel that was required for that rotation, and that's what this cost is for.
Any comments? Questions? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 106, RFI number 311 and 306, added door magnets not shown on contract drawings, $13,152.
Kevin,
Second.
So this is, again, fire alarm related. The door mags, I believe were specified as the hardware, but the fire alarm component of them was not shown. So this is to complete that scope and get them to work per code.
Any comments? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 107, bulletin number 22, auditorium window and door jamb changes, $13,957.
Second.
This is for additional wood trim around all the windows and all the door openings at the auditorium to match the wall panels that you saw in the pictures, to trim out the areas properly.
Any comments or questions? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 108, bulletin number 23, PVC height changes, areas F and G, $6,597.
Second.
So the PVC is the component that goes above the TV in each classroom. It houses the power and data for the TV. After we turned over the first wing, the IT department requested that the TVs be higher. So this cost is to go back into the F wing, the blue wing, and revise the mounting height of the TVs, as well as some costs for the wing area G that need to be revised because the issue was brought up after we'd already done half the wing.
Any comments? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 109, bulletin number 26, auditorium flagpole, $7,069.
Second.
Kevin, second.
It's for an auditorium flagpole.
Better be straight. I was at the back of the building, so the sports, when they do the pledge allegiance or whatever, the flag, they could see.
It's called the national.
Or not, national anthem, sorry. They could see it in the sports field.
Could you be more specific about the flag? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Can you get a height of that pole, please?
This is all I got, man. This is all I got. All right, any other discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you very much, unanimous.
Motion to approve ATP 110, BP 10A signage, GMP budget overage, $156,746.
Second.
So this cost is for the site signs, the big illuminated signs that go at the main entrance at each wing, as well as for interior light box signs that'll be in the hub that'll go to each wing. The original GMP had an allowance for this scope as we had to work through the final design with J&J and get a contractor on board. The additional cost came in $156,000 over that original estimated budget that we had.
Any comments, questions? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Unanimous?
That completes all of the ATPs. Let's move on to invoices. First invoice, for a motion to approve is from IMTL, invoice number 4707-K, dated 6/11/2021, $7,817.
Second.
Any comments? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous?
Motion to approve CSG, invoice number 10, dated June 30th, 2021, for the sum of $34,650.27.
Second.
Second.
Any comments? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous?
Motion to approve Gilbane Building Company, application number 21 for the period ending June 30th, 2021, $3,075,488.18.
Second.
Any comments, questions? Show Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Motion to approve JCJ Architecture invoice number 27 dated June 30th, 2021. This invoice is not going to be paid incomplete. There is lack of documentation on one line that is going to be excluded from the invoice. The original invoice value was $121,417.66. We're going to exclude $71,653.18. Therefore, we will approve for payment $49,764.48.
Second.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you.
That completes all the invoices, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. All right, anything other old business? All right, new business. I'm gonna bring up a couple of things. At the beginning of this project, we started filing for incentive and rebate through our mechanical engineer through JCJ and with assistance of DeBay and CSG. We got a final signed agreement for incentive / reimbursement for this project. So we're gonna be reimbursed $346,000 from Eversource for a rebate for this project.
Nice.
That's good news.
Now, Randy, where does that money go? Does it help the bottom line? Or is this like a operational rebate that comes in?
It's an operational rebate. The town will either get credit or the town will receive a check, but it's operational rebate.
Okay, cool, great.
/ building committee party.
We're getting it realized.
So that's great news. So, and again, it had to do with the due diligence of the entire team and PVH really doing their due diligence, because it started off at 230 or 225, and then it ended up going all the way up to 346,000. So
That's
'cause we
our
were-
party budget, right?
That's
Different
it.
is our party budget.
That's the funny. Also, we are looking for a date from the town council and from Board of Ed on when you guys would like a formal presentation. If you guys, I know you guys are dealing with budgets and everything else and then vacations and such, so if each of the liaisons can get back to me and we can come up with a date when you guys want a presentation from the entire team.
Sounds good.
I'm sorry.
All right, great, thanks. Two thumbs up. All right, the portables, I sent out a message last week. They were supposed to get the power turned off by Eversource last week, and last Tuesday, they were scheduled to come down. The power still has not been shut down, hopefully tomorrow, as we're being told, but, I was promised that I would be given a 24-hour notice before it gets demoed, so we can notify everybody. And if anybody wants to watch it or whatever, I know we have the packs come in, we have other people come in that want to just look at it. Make sure that the 23-year-old temporary portables actually do leave the site, so. We are in the process of working with the school and the architect. We're gonna be getting a logo for the center court for the basketball. We're in the process now of getting the school logo established and, the process of having it painted on there and such, so. We are in contact with P and Z, scheduling when we can get on their schedule for the electrical digital sign that we were proposing in the front of the building, or in front of the street where the existing sign is. So we are in communication with P and Z, trying to figure out a date to get on their committee, or their agenda. That is all I have under new business. Like, you know, the pictures that I sent out earlier today to y'all, and the pictures that Marcus showed you, you really see the extent of work. I mean, how many men are actually, or how many people are actually on site?
Today, we probably have about 90.
Yeah, we're pushing in the 90s, all on site right now, so it's every part of this building is being touched. We have such a small window to do this stuff, and I commend everybody, because everybody's doing their due diligence to keep this project, ahead, on schedule, and we are still significantly under budget, so that's a good thing, so. Anything else anybody wants to bring up under new business? All right, Communications Subcommittee. What are you guys? How you doing?
Just me today. No, Monty's been great about getting posts scheduled based on the pictures that you guys send over. Thank you for that. I'm taking notes tonight and hopefully get some more posts. But we get a lot of likes, a lot of people really active and sharing and seeing the progress. So no negative comments, which is good.
Oh, yeah, I don't see a single one. I keep seeing the numbers going up too, and people sharing, people, responding, so. I mean, there's not much they can complain about, so everybody's.
Don't jinx us, knock on wood right now. Thanks.
Anybody have any questions or comments for the Communications Subcommittee? Okay, great. We'll move on to our next scheduled meeting.
Mr. Chairman, the next meeting is scheduled for July 15th, 2021. I suggest we leave that on the docket and cancel at the last minute if it's not necessary.
Everybody okay with that?
Mhm.
Okay. We most likely won't need them because we're paying our bills unless there's something that we need to bring to everybody's attention, or if we need a vote on something. Like I said, we try to do as much as we can transparent to let everybody have a say, so. If there's something that does come up to justify a meeting, we will definitely keep it, so. All right, so we don't have to make a motion, or do we?
No.
Okay, it's already scheduled.
So, on the docket.
As long as everybody's okay with that, if you're not, say something. I know you love to get around and meet us and see us and everything, but.
What's the next meeting after that, August 5th?
It'd be August 5th, yes. That'll be the first Thursday of August.
Yep, just checking, so we don't conflict with church facilities.
So, committee comments. We will start with the liaison. Any comments, anything there?
Nope, all set.
Two thumbs?
I just want to apologize for my absence the last two meetings. I had adult ed graduation last meeting, and we had a special board meeting the meeting before, but I've been watching the meetings, and you guys are doing great. Thank you very much.
You weren't here?
I wasn't here.
No, we didn't realize that.
We saw WK up on the screen.
Well, maybe
That's right.
maybe my iPad automatically.
We just thought you were muted. Excellent. Any committee members have any comments, anything?
I have one comment. My $17,000 dispute with the Internal Revenue Service has been resolved in my favor.
Congratulations.
Wow.
That sounds awesome.
You must make a lot, that much dispute.
So he paid for the party.
Anybody else, anybody have any goods in the order, anything they want to share?
I don't think anybody can.
Top here.
That's 70,000. Well, no, I can't.
I think he said 17.
17.
Oh, I think it's 70. I think I can top it. I don't know if you guys saw my dog bar
Yes.
that I made for our furry friends that go walking around my neighborhood. We have a little shelter made up, and we have treats and fresh, clean water for them. So I posted it the other day, or my wife posted it. I got something like 158 likes
Oh my
and like 67 comments. I may be making those. You may see a Gilbane sticker on them next time.
I think you went viral, basically.
I think you should, do a
Randy, my two dogs
Doggy
are
bark.
requesting one.
What's that?
My two dogs are requesting one.
We want a cam so we can see.
Yeah, we're doing
A live feed, there's a live feed all day long.
That ain't gonna happen.
You watch the skunks come by, and the
All
squirrel.
right, does anybody have anything else they wanna bring up?
Mr. Chairman, motion to adjourn.
Seconded.
All right, a lot of seconds. Thank you all very much. Please stay safe.
Happy Independence Day holiday.
And
Have a great night, everyone.
Happy
Be
4th.
safe holiday.
Bye.
Don't blow up anything